Hey, John. Hey, Cold Streak. If you guys have any questions or you just want to say hi, feel free to unmute yourself. If not, you can DM me and I will read out your questions here and answer them here. Oh, David's messaging now. Great. Cheers. Just listening. Don't have a headphone. No worries, mate. Hey, Michael. If you've got any questions or I do have a question though. Excellent. Knock yourself out. Hey, for a couple of
Hi.
people coming back in. Hey, Gotham. Thanks for dropping in. Hey, John.
Just one question regarding exchange listing, that's all.
Hey, James. Hey, James.
Hello.
Oh. Hey, Sebastian. Oh, I cannot hear you. Can anybody else hear him talking?
Nope. He might have himself muted.
Oh, I see it moving. Just one second, buddy. Let me just check my settings. Try talking now, James.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes, there you go. Sorry, I've been messing around with my speakers all day. How are you?
All right, no worries. I'm good. Cheers yourself.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Just update. I'm just uploading some YouTube tutorial videos for everybody, so it should be good.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, there's been some people asking some basic stuff and some slightly more complicated stuff, and I was like, you can only say the same thing so many times. I thought better to make a video on it.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean.
Hey,
Adult.
hey, David. How you doing today, James? You doing all right?
Yeah, all good. I'm starting work Monday, so I'm not going to be as available as I have been, sort of thing. So that'll be fun. Bit more money coming in. I'm not trying to rely on
yeah.
crypto stuff as much. Get that saving up again. Taking a hit this past
Yeah.
year. My savings have.
Yeah.
Say, thank God.
It's tough. It's been tough with is that with Corona or something else?
Just a bit of both, really. Bit of Corona and jobs. I mean, the job's available, but my job, I ended up walking out due to the amount of pressure on. Because even when it first started last year, the orders went through the roof. Because where I worked, we worked in it was basically we printed food packaging labels, and orders went skyrocket because everyone was panic buying confectionery and all sorts of things. So obviously, because we were part of this sort of a food chain, we had to, our orders went through the roof, and you wouldn't put extra staff on. Everyone was doing overtime. Staff were isolating. Staff were calling in sick. And, I just, after it had all died down, they were sort of got really bitchy about, sort of expecting us to work at the same rate with less people, and it just became so stressful. I just walked out. So I was like, yeah, I've had enough after a year.
Interesting.
I was like, yeah, this is too much.
Yeah. I mean, there was definitely some companies that were just taking the mick, and some companies they were really good, but it sounds like yours was taking advantage, which isn't fair.
Oh yeah, it was hard because unfortunately I worked on a shop floor, so we didn't get any sort of like what's the word like rest or anything. It was just like go. But all the office staff got to work from home, so usually you'd get emails. I started work, a 12-hour shift, 7 a.m, and we'd get emails through by 8 a.m. From the office staff when they started 8 to 8:30. Yeah. Some of these emails you needed to know to do your job. And some of them weren't coming through till like 1 in the afternoon. So it's like, they've only just started now.
Right.
At 1 o'clock, and they were doing like 1 till 5 o'clock. And we brought up saying, look, we need these emails through straight away to do us job.
Yeah. And that's just when you started work. You still had to get there, right? So there's half an hour, an hour's transit before that, and
yeah, well, it was, the work was fairly low, so it was like 15 minutes of travel, pretty much. Depends if you got stuck in traffic or not.
Yeah. Well, I guess that was one good thing, right? Not a lot of traffic. It's the one good thing.
That was the best thing about it. It was hardly anything on the road. Only when all the
the potential of death, really, but apart from that.
Yeah.
So is the job that you're going back to the same one, or is it something different?
No, different one, different job. Different job. Yeah, going back into CNC work, so engineering and stuff. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, well, it's we'll miss having you hanging around here, but it's probably for the best.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll still be about now and again, but like I say, with all the free time, it does. I've had a year off, and like it's been nice. It's been a nice break and everything, but at the same time, my savings have taken a hit, so I do need to start,
Yeah.
putting money back into it, because it's not when you're, like I say, when you're putting thousands of pounds into like different projects and you're getting a nice lump of, the interest back, you're getting the passive income. And then when you're having to use that, you can't keep compounding it or anything. And especially with DeFi at the moment, this past 6 months, there's been so many scam sites. There's been a few legit ones, but like even some you think are legit have turned out to be either they've just lost track or they've just gave up on a project. And that's why. I mean, I'm not going to say I've like never flooded anything. I've lost my temper, and I've had moments of what would you say, like where you're just like, for fuck's sake, you're getting on at people and moderators and like yourself and everything, and admin and everything. But it is due frustration when you've lost a lot of money. You're just like, fucking hell, I don't want to lose more. And you know what it's like.
Yeah.
If you've been in DeFi a while,
no, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. And if it's going towards your savings and you get a little bit of a dip, you're like, okay, it's free money at the end of the day. It's not the end of the world. But if you're relying on that to live off, that's really tough. That's really tough.
Yeah. I mean,
because you will very quickly, if you run into, well, at least having a year off, you can set your priorities, right? That's nice too.
Oh yeah. Like I say, I'll go back into work. I can afford to start topping up things. And like I say, I mean, from now to say this time last year, I probably know a hell of a lot more in the DeFi space, because I probably got into it, I don't know, just sort of like with Bitcoin a few years ago. Like I think like a lot of people will have done. And I was just trading Bitcoin or trying to trade Bitcoin. And then I think it was Nexo was the first thing I put my money into to sort of earn interest, my savings. And that was only paying like, I think it was like 12% at the time. And I was like, wow, 12%, Christ, I said the bank's only paying me, 0.5. And then it was from Nexo, I started learning about, DeFi projects and everything. And I think it was like, I can't think of the first one I went into. I don't know, Uniswap or something, and like learning about liquidity pools.
John, are you trying to say something, or are you just
No, I just listening and stuff, and I'm just wondering, like, what's the exchange listing? Like, are you guys gonna do some even on gate.io kind of thing?
Yeah, we're not actually pushing for any exchanges specifically. We haven't found that they're particularly useful for projects like us. We like the direct marketing, and especially getting people into the Telegram so that they can understand what they're getting into. A lot of exchanges, they don't explain the tax. They don't explain that you need to be staking in a pool and then not moving from it. And a lot of people think that they can just hop from one thing to the next, and we're not like Cake. We're not like these other products. You've really got to come across here, read the docs. So the exchanges aren't at the top of the list. We do have projects further down the line that will be a little bit more mainstream, and those ones for sure will be highlighting to go onto the exchanges.
Another question, just a quick one. I'm actually I've deposited some BUSD and Thorium. Excuse me, and some Thorium on that platform, which has like really high interest rate kind of thing. And I'm like, I've provided liquidity through PancakeSwap. I'm just wondering, like, the amount of Thorium which I have put in for liquidity, would it still remain the same, and the BUSD will still remain the same when I unlock it?
Yeah, so you need to go onto YouTube, and you need to search for a term called I had it at the beginning of the sentence and then I've lost it.
Impermanent loss.
Impermanent loss. Thank you very much, James. My God, impermanent loss. So the idea is to keep. I'm so sorry. And literally, as I started the sentence, I was like, I know the answer to this, and I'm going to say it. And I'm going to sound super professional. And then as I got to the word, it was totally gone. So yeah, impermanent loss. What basically happens is inside that contract, it has to try and keep an equal amount of those two funds. So if one fund drops off, it will actually sell some of the other fund to cover that amount up. It means that if both of the values go up in the time that you're holding them, when you sell it, you will actually have more of them. If they both drop down, you will have fewer of them. And if one goes up and one goes down, you've got a chance that there will be fewer as well. It's a little bit more complicated than that, and it's an important factor that you need to be aware of when you go into liquidity pairing. But and also be aware that if you have made a liquidity pair where thorium is one of the paired amounts, then when you break that pairing, there will be a tax associated with the thorium as you remove it as well. But generally, as long as the two values stay level to each other, you shouldn't have a problem.
I like when I deposited those liquidity pool tokens, it didn't say that there was going to be any tax. It was 0% to the best of my knowledge, but I might be wrong there.
So once again, when you are you talking about when you deposit it into the pool, or are you talking about when you minted the liquidity pair?
No, I'm talking about the unbonding phase, when I unbond it and back.
So definitely, it won't say anything because it's not on our site. It's you did it on PancakeSwap, I assume, right?
Yeah.
So but if you remember the kudos that every time thorium moves, there's 14%. So when you moved it into that liquidity pair, you would have got hit for 14%. When you moved it out of that liquidity pair, you will also get hit for 14%. So so when you're just when you're factoring in what I would advise, again, it's each person's got to do their own research, but what's nice is that you pay it to make it at the beginning and you pay it to break it at the end. But while you've got it, you don't actually that you could apart from any fees to get in and out of any pools, there's not any way for the thorium that's inside that pairing to get taxed. So you can move it around as much as you like, and there's no penalties for you for it. So I really like the liquidity pairs. The APRs are also tend to be much nicer as well because not everybody understands how to make it. So I think it's a good option.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm kind of stoked. Like every day I'm getting a fair bit. Like I think in a month, hopefully, I will just double the capital. So.
Yeah, well, if wow, that's incredible. If those APRs stay where they are, I think it looks like you're talking correct. And what's nice, as you said before, is that if during that time thorium goes up in value and BNB goes up in value, when you break that pairing, you'll also get those profits as well. So it's I really like it. I've got quite a large stake in the liquidity pairing.
Now I use the BUSD. Because the BUSD is the highest percentage was
APR.
giving APR. So that's the reason I just like Another thing I had to ask is like there was a pool like known as Thunder Pool or something, and
Thunder Boost.
Thunder Boost. Like what's that about? Like
So Thunder Boost is quite unique. It's our program where we reach out and interact with other products in the market, other tokens. Excuse me. So they go into partnership with us and give us a number of tokens that we're then allowed to provide to our users. So we can effectively stake our tokens on our website, still give you guys reflections as if you were holding it inside your wallet. There's no reason for us to charge any tax for staking there because there's no expense for us. And as a byproduct, you guys can harvest that the native token of whichever token the partner project provides. So at the moment, we've got a partnership with a product called SafeEarn, and theirs is really interesting to us because they also have an ongoing one with SafeMoon. So you can stake with us, get your reflections, get your APR in SafeEarn, and then when you harvest your SafeEarn, you start to get then reflections there in SafeMoon. So it's super exciting.
Oh wow! So you get 2 extra coins on top of that.
You get 2 extra coins on top for free. There's no the only thing that you pay is the contract for staking, which
is
I don't
10%.
know what the fees of.
Yeah.
No. The no, nothing like 10%. It's like $3, $4. It's just the Binance contract.
Oh yeah.
It's nothing like 10%.
Oh sweet. That sounds really good actually.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. It's really nice. Yeah. And the only thing is that your harvest is locked the amount that you put in is locked for 14 days. That's the only thing.
Oh, I've invested in like a few pools, and I've invested in one of the pools where it's going for like 90 days. Yeah. Before I did that BUSD.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to 90 days, I know it's not going to change much. And in 90 days, I'm assuming the value should appreciate a bit more.
Yeah, well, I mean, 90 days. That's looking. We should be very close to the end of mining by then. And when people start to see the use cases for Thorium after the mining's finished, you know that the price is going to go crazy. So yeah, it's super exciting.
Yeah, that's what I'm. That's what I'm anxious and looking forward to is what's going to happen when I think everyone is as well. What's happening after mining stops? So you can't mine any more Thorium. It's what happens then?
Well, then we truly become a deflationary token. There's not going to be any more mining, and the next Thorium is supposed to be the ground level of this project, and it's going to be the store of value for this project. So when they release the next token, it's still going to have a buyback and burn mechanism built into it, but it won't buy back and burn the new token. It will buy back Thorium and burn it. So anyone that's holding Thorium, you're going to start to see that increase continue. And there's no plans to turn off the tax, even for people that want to purchase or sell their Thorium. Anyone that's looking to hold long term, it's going to go nuts for sure. And that's why I'm just filling my bags at the moment.
That's what I'm doing.
I mean, it's very clear from Zeus's AMA that Thorium is the ground floor. It's the store of wealth. I'm not sure if there will be a token specifically or a product in a different format. We haven't been made privy to that, but from my experience, yes, I imagine it will be something along those lines. It might be a derivative of. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but yeah, that's certainly where it seems like it's heading.
Need to read the AMA again. I think I was half asleep when I must have scouted through it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just remember it's in 2 parts. There was one part that was launched a little early, and then there was a second part that was about 2 weeks later. So make sure you get the second one because it's long. It's only hinted at in there. It's not clear cut, but it's very clear that Thorium is not the end of this project for sure.
So when does this mining thing stop? We stop getting those rewards?
So you'll still get your tax. You'll still get your reflections in your wallet because the tax is already built in. So every time that somebody sells or harvests or whatever the thing is going to be, you're still going to get reflections. I imagine that they will slow down just because of the nature of it. But as far as I'm aware, all of the pools, vaults, the boosts, things like that will open up and people will be able to remove their tokens because there aren't any more tokens to mine. That we're not a inflationary system here. We have no way to mint new coin. But long before that, you'll know the next use case. They're not going to let it get to that point and then everybody gets scared and sell off. They want to make it very clear that there's going to be a use case for them further down the line.
Yeah, I just want to know it's for next 3 months if it's gonna keep on giving me the rewards the way it's giving me today.
Yeah. Well, what's super interesting now is you guys have asked for it, so they've done it. If you go to the main page now for Thorium and you scroll down to the bottom, there is now a live statistic on the number of Thorium left to mine. So it's actually there unmined. It's just over 500 million units left. So and it's a live tracker, so you can actually see the number dropping down, which is fun.
Oops. Cool.
So, I mean, I always get confused with, I know there's like, was it 500, or last time I checked, it was like 570 something million, I think it was. Like say $500 million to do.
Yeah, now it's 556. Yeah.
556. So yeah, just over $500 million. Does that count towards what's like the liquidity in PancakeSwap and what have you? Because obviously there'll be excess coins. Because the way I see it, yes, there's mined coins, but then when people sell, swap, yes, 10% get burnt automatically? And then you've also got, like, obviously when people are selling coins, there's obviously the excess coins after the, what aren't burnt. Where do they go to? Will they just be in PancakeSwap?
So the access, I think you're mixing up a couple of different terminology. Yeah, so there's an amount that's in circulation, there's an amount that's locked, there's an amount that's burnt, and when you talk about the ones that are in circulation but nobody can touch, what you're talking about is the Thor account. So that's a separate account that's kept to one side, which we use as the buyback and burn, and also for the Thunderhammer strikes. So I think is that a live number? Yeah, that's up over 1.1 million now by itself. Yeah. So even if nothing else, yeah.
So total supply, that's how much. That is how much is people are holding. What's left to be mined, isn't it? And then the total locked. I'm assuming
unmined is at the bottom.
Yeah,
unmined is at the bottom, 556. So
I'm just trying to work out. So circulating 153 million. So is that's basically what's in liquidity pools, like in PancakeSwap on the site?
I believe that circulating is what's in wallets that aren't locked or in liquidity or unmined. So I think those are the amounts that people are holding in their pockets, in their wallet. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, I always
super interesting.
One being, in the sort
of me too, mate.
I'd always try. Well, total supply
for me,
this is there. When you're trying to, now your mind is there, it's a lot easier to try and figure out how many's left, if you know what I mean.
For me, that's the most important one. I like to look at total value locked, which is 14 million. I like to look at the Thor account, which is over 1 million. And for me, whatever I'm holding, obviously, and the unmined, because that's really the countdown. We had like pre-sale 1, pre-sale 2. Really, we're in pre-sale 3 now. We're just allowing people to get on board before we really launch. There's people, they've got their buys and sells set up at certain price points because they think that now they can make a bit of money on it. And every time I see a purchase go out, I'm like, you fools, you have no idea what you've just done. All you've done is just pumped up everyone else. You've just...
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've not sold any yet, which has been very difficult, I must say. But it's like I'll see, like, I'm not one of the top holders. I'm far from it, but I'm not one of the bottom holders, if you know what I mean. I think I'm in the top at the moment. I think I'm in the top. I'm going to say top 100. I think last time I checked.
Wow.
But it's like I say, I've seen people on the Telegram saying, "Oh, I've got 1 million coins." I'm just like, fucking hell, wow, but no. I've lost track of what I was going to say. Yeah, like
have we just had a spike?
Keep watching it grow.
Have we just had a spike? I've just 1 second. I was just watching PooCoin and it just hopped up. Let's have a quick see what's the reason for it. Has it been a whale purchase or is it a Thor thunder drop? Whale alert. How much?
I just see a whale alert. Was it $4,000?
Oh, another $5,000. $5,000. Yeah, amazing. Wow. Yeah, that's. I was just watching PooCoin and I was like, wonder what's. And it just went green. So it's always fun to see. Yeah. Wow, that's a big hop.
Thorium is up.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. Excellent stuff. Who was that? Daniel? Nice to speak to you, mate. Oh, Johan, was it? I didn't see. Sorry. Wow, that's a big jump for 5,000. That's picking up at 9.5. Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm really happy to see it looks like we've hit a new resistance point. It seems to be this 0.09 seems to be our new resistance level. I can't see any way that we can drop below that. So I think if we can see a trend up, and then that's what it looks like to me. I mean, we were sitting down here at 6.5 for a long time. And then we got to this 7.5, but really we've been hanging around this 0.9 for long enough now. I can't see it dropping below that. I think we got too much stability now. Great to see. Yeah, 5,000 there. Excellent.
Yeah, nice. hopefully onwards, upwards.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you, as I said, when you look at that buyback and burn mechanism, it's pretty much inevitable. I mean, there's so much stability there. Oh, everybody must be getting off work and filing in, because it's all going green now. That's nearly a whole page of green on. Yep, there we go. Whole page of green on PooCoin. Well done, guys. And another one. Excellent.
Oh, I see. I see some of these, and it's like I think I put it on a Telegram a few days ago. It was just like someone had, I think I have sold like 0.6 Thorium. It was like worth like a tiny fraction of a cent, and I was just like, why would you do that? You've paid more, like literally, 100 times more in fees. $1.30 or something. I think it was. So I was just like, what is the point?
It's either bots or it's misclicks, right? Somebody must have thought they were selling, 1,000 units, and they just sold 1 unit. I must admit, I was making a YouTube tutorial today for basic how to buy and things like that, and I did it myself. I went to B&B and I put $20 in, and then I went to the Thorium and I took out the zeros and made it equal .00. Went back up to the top. And I purchased 0.2 of $1. I was like, oh, I'm such a fool. So it definitely cost me more in fees than it did in. So I've deleted that from the video, and no one will ever know.
I mean, it depends if you like some people. I know I spoke to, it was ages ago. Someone said about having a bit of OCD, so they like all their coins to be, a whole coin and not like, fractions of a coin.
Oh my
so
God.
Always like sell them apart. No. Yeah, I pay loads in fees. And I'm like, why? Just leave them. Don't look at them.
Just send them to me. Send them to me. I'll take them. I'm like, crazy guy. Yeah. I mean, it's okay when the fees are reasonable, but exactly. Imagine, you'd be selling every day if you tried that with Thorium.
Oh, yeah.
I've made more. Nope, sorry, I've got to sell it off again.
Yep.
Where was that? I'm trying to. There we go. I clicked away for a minute and couldn't find it. Excellent. So who have we got in here today? Let's have a look. We're sitting here for an hour thinking there was no one online, but we've obviously, this time is obviously when everybody gets home from work. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Marquise. Hey, Nash. Hey, David. Hey, Sebastian. Hey, David. Thanks for dropping by. If you guys got questions, feel free to unmute yourself, or if you want to ask questions and you don't have a microphone, you can DM me anytime. Yeah, you were saying, James?
I was just saying, it depends where you are in the world. It's like I'm in the UK, so it's 1:30 now, just for me in the afternoon.
Right.
I'm assuming if you're in the US, it could be anywhere between, 6 a.m. till, well, I don't know. I'm just going to say like between 5 and 8 hours behind, I think they are from us. So depending where you are in the US. Because I think, is there 3 hours difference between the East and West Coast? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. We were over there and driving across, and as you drove across, you lost hours. Like you could arrive before you left. It was very peculiar.
Really?
David's got a question here. Just 1 second. Cheers, just listening. Don't have a microphone, no worries. I do have a question though. At the moment, we can't remove Thorium from pools claim rewards as the tax ends up eating up any profit. Once Thorium mining completed, are you going to remove the tax once there isn't any Thorium left and it switches to governance? So let me just check I'm saying what we're talking about. So it eats up any tax. If the tax is too high and you're not going to make Sorry, I think you answered it. I'll answer it just for anyone that came in, mate. Don't worry about it. So if you've entered a pool and the tax is going to be too high for you to recover your to cover, sorry, if the profits aren't high enough to cover your tax, then that pool probably wasn't right for you. You really need to understand to get in these pools early where the APR is very high, and you need to be planning to recover your tax within the first 2 weeks is what I like to aim for. And then I know that I've then got 6 weeks of APR where I can make my profits back. I haven't unstaked from anything that I got into. It's just every time some more funds comes available, I jump into whatever the new option is. Even if you got in late, don't worry about it. You still have plenty of time to recover, or I don't think there's a single person on the site that didn't make that mistake at one point and jumped into something and didn't realize. You still have time to hop out of probably one pool and jump into a new one when it comes up and the APR is super high, and still recover both sets of loss. If you're not going to recover in time, honestly, reflections in the wallets are great. People are reporting somewhere between 1% and 2%. Maybe one of the guys can shout out. So we still have enough time. 60 days, 60%, and it's compounding in your wallet. So off the top of my head, that's 70, 72, 73% that you could still make just from holding in the wallet. So if you've been burnt and you don't want to risk it again, feel free to unstake and just hold in the wallet. The only thing there is you got to have diamond hands. You can't be selling. Then you got to lock away those keys. Send yourself the code for how to access that account, and don't open that email for 2 or 3 months. But I think that answered your question in fuller than I did before. But if you've got any follow up, mate, you can feel free to ask again. Have I got any other questions? Nothing else in DMs. Anyone got anything in chat? Hey, James.
I'm sort of like, I know it's not directly Thorium related, but I've noticed now there's a lot of like sort of competitors, and one I saw yesterday, Baby Cake.
Right.
I don't know if you've heard of it. They seem to be doing a similar thing where you stake Baby Cake and get cake as a reward. Are they going to be a direct threat, or do you think they could be a direct threat?
I haven't seen any.
There's a lot of.
I haven't heard about them. Let me have that. Baby cake. Are they deflationary?
I think so. I think they're deflationary.
Let's have a look.
Like I say, I've not looked into it too much.
So they actually look very. Yeah, they look very similar. They look more similar to Safe Earn than us. It looks like they're just giving their reflections in a different token. So, I mean, we're already reaching out to a lot of these guys, because if they're willing to work with us, we've got no problem. But if you guys have any, I'm just reading through their white paper now. So if you guys have any of these projects that you like, jump in their Telegram and get hold of their moderators and give them my details, because if their market cap's nothing close to ours, which looking at these guys, it doesn't look like it looks like they're very new. Baby Cake, they're still brand new. So speak to their
a couple of weeks. The only reason I ask is because it's the only. Well, they advertised they're the only reflection to basically reward cake, and obviously Pancake Swap's the biggest
in cake.
The biggest sort of project in DeFi at the moment. And obviously when you see Pancake and they're doing a similar thing to Thorium, we think, oh Christ, but they are more of a similar to Safe type thing. So,
these guys are very similar to. These guys are very similar to Safe Earn by the looks of it, and there's nothing specifically wrong with it. All they're doing is they're taking their reflections and they've converted them into cake, and then they're handing out cake to their users rather than their native token. There doesn't, from what I can see, I can't see any anything more complicated than that. I'm just trying to find out if it's deflationary or inflationary, because that's another one. It could be deflationary with the APR that they're offering. Yeah, so jump into their Telegram and tell them that you want to be able to stake Thorium and pick up baby cake. Why not? We got no problem working with any of these guys, especially ones which fit within our model so well.
I don't know what the market cap is for them at the moment.
It's about $250,000.
Oh, is it?
Still very, very young. Yeah, they'll have to. I mean, we don't just jump on with anyone. They're gonna. But I'm from their website. It's saying that they're CertiK audited and everything. So those are the first steps that they need to fulfill for us to take them as a potential. But yeah, if you guys want it, jump on them. They need to get in touch with us, and then we'll speak to them. Just 1 second, guys. All right, guys, that's me back. Yeah, we've actually been approached by. Sorry about that. I'm a bit of a chatterbox. And I was sitting here for an hour before anyone came online. I was like, I wonder where everyone is today. Did you log on for the
announcement channel?
Oh, no worries. Do you guys? You're not in the other channel? Is it too much for you?
There's that many channels now. There's the official group. What was the which one did I get? It's the official channel, which is like the announcement channel.
I think there's 2 or 3 now for sure.
Then there's the army. I saw something the other day. It was on the announcement. Well, the official channel about what was it? Pool B? No, another Telegram for. I'm trying to find it now. Something like
Thorium Army
Wales. Farming Wales. It was
Farming
called.
Wales.
We found this group of knowledgeable long-term Thorium holders who understand Thorium's unique advantage and want to hold till 100x and beyond. If you are a long-term holder, and you can join it and discuss strategies with members there. But I thought there was the hodler group, Thorium hodler group, which was, I don't know, it was sort of abandoned for the army group.
Yeah, to be honest with you, there's a lot. The army group is the one I know about. I don't know about the Wales one. I'll have to do a little bit of research into that one myself. To be honest with you, if you're not on at the right time, they fly past you, right?
Oh yeah,
keeping up with it all, it's a bit much.
Yeah, I'll send you a message with it.
Did you log on for the music live chat that we had the other day?
I don't think so.
Oh, it was nice. I managed to get my system set up here. I mean, when I say I got my system set up, it meant that I've screwed it up royally since then. Haven't been able to play any games or Skype with anyone or anything, but I did manage to get it to play some music through the system. So everyone seemed to be enjoying that. And we were on for, I think, 3 or 4 hours in total. It was nice. Not a lot of Thorium got chatted about, but we got everyone enjoyed themselves and listened to some music.
You can, sort of speak about, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we really want to, get it out there full time, and we don't care if it's Thorium based. We just want to see an active community and somewhere where people can log on and see that there's real people, not just bots, and that there's active conversations going on. I don't really care what people talk about; they can talk about anything they like.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, I mean, it's like
as you said, there's only so many questions you can ask, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's like say. I mean, I suppose a lot of the questions will be why have I withdrawn my Thorium and I've got a lot less than I had, and they'll be like, well, that's a tax.
Oh god, yeah, for sure.
I know. I dread to think.
I mean, I'm finding
over the past month, past few weeks.
I try not to worry about it too much. All you're doing is supercharging that Thor account, right? Like that's the thing. Whatever you're paying in it, you're going to get it back one way or another, as long as you don't sell.
Well, that's it. That's the main reason I've not sold. I don't think I've held any other tokens as much as I've held this one, and it is. I'm just waiting for that
Really, that's
supply
really
to dry
nice
up,
to see.
and yeah, well, I'm just because every token I've been involved in has been, apart from Bitcoin, has been inflationary.
Yes, yeah.
I think Ethereum's got like a limitless supply. I think Chainlink had a limitless supply. All these sort of like major sort of cryptocurrencies with like the whole ecosystem behind them. They're all, apart from Bitcoin, I think they're all limitless.
Yeah.
I've not really looked into it all that much. And then before I got into DeFi, and then, like I say, every DeFi project until recently has been, inflationary. So
were you in SafeMoon? Were you in SafeMoon, or did you miss that one?
No, I never bothered with SafeMoon. I was
Right.
What was
it's a weird name, right?
my first project on the Binance Smart Chain would have been PancakeSwap. I got involved with that, and then it was Goose.
Oh, you got in on, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's where I learned everything, and learned about started learning about everything. I'm not going to say I've learned everything yet. I'm still still make mistakes and everything, but I think it was PancakeSwap was my first one. Then I went on to Goose Finance, then Mocktail Swap. Then I've obviously countless little scam sites in between, which have been pump and dumps. So learning to try and play them and make a bit of money.
Yeah.
But it's and then I've been in
whale groups. It's just gambling, right? It's just whether you can get in early or not.
Yeah, basically that's it. I've had Telegram groups which have saying, "Oh, we're Bitcoin whales and we trade on the price." I've had DeFi pages where they say, "Oh, we're a pump and dump group," and a lot of them, you look at these coins and you can tell that you've just created this coin for your own thing. You'll set
or they purchased, or it's something that they've set out before. So they know which one they're going to pump. So they jump in early, then they put it in the groups, get everybody else to pump it, and then they pull out. And as long as they've got a constant stream of new people, they can continue to do it. And half of those groups you can't chat in. They're just dropping the information to you. I was like, no, thank you.
Oh yeah, I think it was like 3 projects, and I was like, yeah, this is a scam. You go in and you're like, you're trying to sell at the top of a, sort of when you've made a nice profit, and you just can't sell because well, I don't know if it's that many people trying to jump on it one time, or it's like it's locked. You can't sell it until it's like.
Yeah, there's no liquidity. I mean, half of them you I mean, we've had people here that they're like, oh, I'm trying to sell, and they come onto the Telegram because someone's pushed them to purchase it. And I was like, you didn't read the docs before you purchased? You didn't know about the slippage? And they're like, oh no, what's the slippage? I was like, you need it to be up around 17%. And like, oh, how am I supposed to, pump this and dump it? And I'm like, it's not that coin. You're in the wrong place, mate. This isn't for you.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I say, this like I say, this pump and dump group, it was like I said, I think there was one occasion where I actually made money, and then the other 3 or 4 times, it was just like, I've made a few cents, lost a few cents, and then I did actually one time it actually sold, and I did make a nice profit. But after a while, I was like, this is just too risky. It's a gamble, basically. And I thought, I'll leave that one.
It's just gambling.
And it was. You start figuring, again, 100%. I could be wrong, but you think, hold up, he's probably made this coin. He set himself up. He knows when to, he can buy it really, really, really low. Ben can sell it at the top, and then everyone else, it's a gamble, so he's got the
Yep, and they don't you're right. They don't care about it. They don't care what the how it works or the tokenomics or any of that. And we got it not with this project, but there was another one that we actually, even this one, I can't remember now, but we got hit very hard early on because we had that upward trend. A bunch of people jumped on thinking that they could pump it up, jumped on it, it skyrocketed, and then people were trying to get out of it, and we were like, you guys got in on the wrong project. This is not what this is for. You need to this isn't a project for coming in and out quickly. But and then then the price dropped off, so it looked like we weren't legitimate either. So it kind of hurt us for a while as well.
I mean, that's every DeFi project we've released now. You can tell you'll get what you say. Say 2,000 people, you've probably got 50 people who it's probably their first time in DeFi, and they get wrecked. And you said, I bought all these tokens, I put it into a pool, and I'm only, say they've invested $100, and I'm only withdrawing $20, and I've made like $50, in it, interest or whatever. I've lost like a load, and you're like, yeah, sorry, I don't know what to say. Don't go all in on your first time, or I've done it myself.
Just going to do a quick shout out.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Hey, Mark. Hey, Kumar. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Marquise. Hey, Nash. David again. Sebastian. Another David. Got two Davids. If you guys want to shout anything out, feel free to unmute yourself. We're just chatting the breeze here. Or if your microphones are not working, feel free to DM me. I've actually got a message here from Sebastian. Let me just read it out. Thorium official chat. We found the screen. Blah, blah, blah.
This is just about
the Thorium group. Oh.
Important.
Oh yeah, the whales, the farming whales.
Nice to meet you. Hello, guys.
No worries. Nice to chat to you, sir. I will. I'll just forward that to the main chat. So if anyone that's listening wants to see that, I don't know if that's officially from us though. 1 second. Thorium official channel. Oh, it is from us. Okay, I will forward it on. Thank you for finding it.
Even a post.
I'll put it in the. Yeah, I've put it in the main group. So if anyone wants to follow those guys, I wasn't part of that, but feel free to go there. Thanks. I'm such a man doing two things at once. It's beyond my abilities. I can talk or click, not two things at once. So how's everyone else doing today? A good one.
You get some of it. I mean, I don't know how many people are in this one now.
In which one?
This voice chat now. Just
in this voice chat. Yeah, 13. Hey, Matthias. 13. Yeah, 13. It's for us. It's nice to have big numbers, but for me more than that is that if somebody arrives here and they land on this channel and they see that there's an active voice chat going on, it doesn't actually matter what's being talked about or how many people. It just shows that it's a real community and that there's really people here. So the number in voice chat at any given moment doesn't really matter, but. It's nice to be able to chat to people about their technical issues as well. Some people, especially if English is their second language, they really struggle to type it out in chat. So it's been really helpful for them if they can jump on here and talk to a real person.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to know how Matthias is doing today. You all right, buddy?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just woke up. So
just woke up. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's been a hard day for you then, has it?
Yeah, hard at work.
Yeah, sure. We know you work from home. I remember.
I work for Thorium like 24/7.
Yeah, tell me about it, man. I was. Oh, is that us over a penny? What happened? Is this lagging? What happened?
Lagging? I'm not lagging.
Sorry. No. My PooCoin might be lagging. I think we've just gone up over a penny. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yes, back over a penny. Excellent. $10,000. Is that a real purchase or is that a whale or?
Whale? That's a whale.
Let's have a look. It's a whale, was it? Sorry, I wasn't watching the main chat. I was jumping around everywhere. Let's have a look.
I don't know.
$1 million.
Sounds like
good
a whale.
It was a legitimate one, was it? Amazing. Wow, so cool. Million coins. Whew.
That's it.
I'm talking away and I've muted myself.
You're like a crazy person. You're like, why won't people talk to me? Why aren't people listening?
Maybe the cat coming.
Million coins. Wow. That think about that in reflections. What's that?
I know.
£100, $100 a day.
I wish I'd found
$100 a day in reflections.
Oh wow. I wish I'd found Thorium as my first project, because I'd be a lot better position than I am, sort of 6 months later, after, learning to sort of, how to spot scams and slow rugs and this, that, and the other.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine dropping. What's that, Matthew? Say again.
I said someone is going for a Lambo. I know I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, how many tickets is that? That's 100 tickets as well. Oh, ooh. I might have to up my stake a little bit.
Same, man.
Oh, that is a sexy graph. That is a sexy graph today. Damn. Oh, who sold? We were up above a penny. Who sold? I'm going to find these people. Who are you? Where are you? You. This account. I'm tracking this account. You pushed us back below a penny. If I find you, that's it. I'm going to block you from buying ever again.
That's fine, really.
9998. Come on, guys. Come on. Somebody must have like $500 that they can drop for us. Push us back over a penny.
Let me.
That's amazing.
I got a tax rebate the other day. It's only like about £400. I don't know what that is in dollars. Say 600 or something dollars.
600,
I was like,
yeah.
Got straight on Thorium.
Yeah.
And this is like, why have you just spent it like? I said, look, it's earning more money there than it is in the bank.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, you're in the UK, right? Did you get hit by that negative interest for a little while over the summer?
I'll be honest, I have no idea. I've read about it, and I was like, I don't remember that happening to me.
Yeah.
But
it was. I had it in mind. We were paying the banks to look after our money. I was like, thanks, banks. Like, you're the worst.
I'll be honest. I took all my money out of the banks about a year ago.
Yeah.
And I've been literally living.
Fair.
I'll
just
live
gone
on my
bankless.
credit card. Yeah, live on my credit card. Yeah. I have enough money in the bank to cover my bills. My outgoings each month, which come out at the beginning of the month. And then I live on the credit card, pay that off on my every beginning of the month when I get paid, or when I get, when I was getting paid. And I put all the rest into Nexo when I first began. And then, so basically everything was earning, instead of earning like, what is it 0.005, APR in your bank, I was earning 12%. And any spare money I had hasn't paid off my credit card, it would go into my next account. So I kept the bare minimum in my account. So if there was any money going back into it,
Would you go for a crypto credit card once it came up?
Say again?
Would you go for a crypto credit card once you had the ability to work properly?
I have got I did order the Plutus one, I think it was called. I think it was a crypto called Plutus, which they said it would work in the UK, but then I got an email saying they were stopping all transactions in the UK for the foreseeable, because I think the FCA they've got involved about
they are tight.
Something to do with crypto, because I know you can't deposit with Binance anymore. So, but you can with Coinbase still. So, but Binance was the cheapest option.
What's up, guys? I have like 4 or 5 crypto cards. They all work.
Oh yeah, in the UK or you're outside? I think?
Oh no, in Norway.
No, you guys are lucky over there. It's the UK. It's getting super tight.
Oh shit.
Yeah, UK and New York apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, I read New York and put down excuse me. They're just as bad as the UK at the moment, but
I mean, New York, you now need a VPN just to get onto Binance. They're making it really, really tough.
That sucks,
Which crypto cards are you holding, Matthias? You want to shout any out that you're really enjoying?
I like the Binance free card. I have the crypto.com card, the Yrex card, and like I think that's like my main cards. I usually use the Binance.
Awesome. Yeah. And is there any like no issues with it at all, right? It just works just like a credit card.
Yeah, I've had very, very little issues with the Binance card. It was like free to order, and if you hold like BNB, you get some cash back on your purchases.
Oof, nice.
So I simply swipe it at the store, you know.
I mean, it's the future. I don't know why places like the UK are like trying to fight it. As like, you guys, you must know that it's coming. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, all you're doing is forcing it underground. But best thing you could do is bring it up above ground, give us a legitimate way to access it, tax us on it, and be done with it. Like, trying to push it underground, it'll
like earn money with it. They could.
Yeah.
They just join the hype.
Exactly. Or you can be like China, right? And it's like you can have one cryptocurrency. There's only one you're allowed, no others.
Yeah, man.
And it's so dumb because this next generation that's coming up, it's gonna be currency for them. They're not gonna know cash. Like even now, when you hand cash across, people are like, what is this? What's stop trying to trick me. Give me a credit card. Give me a Venmo. You know.
Is it swipeable? That's all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they even take it in the strip clubs now.
I bet you would know, man.
Try and pay in cash there. Try and pay in cash there, and the girl's like, what's going on? Let's do some shout outs. Hey Dawood, hey Jan, hey Mark, hey Kumar, hey Marquise, Nash, David, Fior, hey buddy, hey David again, 2 Davids. If you guys got any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. We're just talking, we're just shooting the breeze here. If you guys don't have a microphone or you're too shy to chat, feel free to WhatsApp me. And not WhatsApp, sorry. DM me and I will shout it out here. Thanks. Hey, you got to let me get through my shilling, okay? Like you're not allowed to laugh through that part. Like
right,
I got to be professional I got to be professional for 20 seconds, okay?
All right, let me know. I'll just mute myself.
No. I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's good to hear,
man. Now, it's nice that we're getting some characters here that people can log on and listen to. I know that having a couple of you in the chat definitely attracts others. I don't know if it's for good or bad, but it definitely happens, which is nice to see.
I think it's for the good, man.
Yeah, well, you would say that. Well, I mean, we're up at a penny, so something's working, right? We'll pretend it was us. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now you're gonna take full responsibility for it. Okay. Fair enough.
I can take some, like a little bit, but the rest is on you, Mr. J.
Well, oh no, I wasn't trying to take the credit. I'm the project. It's the site. Nothing to do with me.
It's
just going to do a
great
post
site
in the main chat just in case people don't know that we're live.
Oh, baby.
There we go. Yeah, did you log on for the voice chat with the music the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was it? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was like I told you, it was just a little loud when I first came in.
Oh, for you. Yeah. Sorry, I got confused.
Yeah, no worries. There are so many like people everywhere.
Yeah, I logged in. I tried to listen back to it, but I don't know if the recording wasn't good or something. But the audio for the playback was awful. So having having positive comments from you guys that at least it's working, that's a a big tick for me.
Yeah, it was working. It was just you have to play around with settings and stuff like always.
Yeah. I think I need like a second rig so that I can listen to myself, so I can check the levels, because it's absolutely messed up my system now. I can't play anything now. So, Mr. J, I cannot open mic. Is that Allocate? Are you in here? Let me just message this guy directly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to get the music to play, but there's all these bots and stuff that you can use for Telegram, but they're all awful. They either want money, or they you fire up the playlist half an hour before you want it, and then it comes on and the quality's awful or something like that. So I finally managed to find a program which would play the sounds that I was listening to through my microphone, and then you guys could hear it as if it was me talking. The only problems with those is that I then had no way to mute myself. And if something jumped up, if like an advert came up, or if somebody gave me a bing bong from a DM or something, you guys would hear it. And then since then, I've then not been able, and what's the other part of it? It then has to take the speakers, but take me out of the speakers, so that because I don't know if you've ever tried to listen to yourself live, but it becomes like this feedback loop inside your own brain, and you stop being able to talk. You'll start talking. So I was walking down the, you just can't. So, but then I was chatting on Discord with some people afterwards, and the system's still doing the same thing, and trying to reset it. Oh, it's been hell. But anything for you guys.
I imagine
in my car, playing music off my phone, and then you get a notification, especially if it's like your Telegram ones. I've got that when Moon, when Lambo, so that comes out.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
It's like my ears.
You're going to need a Lambo because you crashed that car into a device.
Yeah, it will be.
I've been making tutorial videos all day for how to do basic stuff on Thorium, like buying and things. So I'm on my computer recording the screen, and all my friends know what I'm up to. So my Discord is just pinging away at the bottom with abuse, and I'm like, guys, I'm trying to work. Stop it. I move off my computer and go onto my phone so I can record a video there, like, how to purchase Thorium through Pancake Swap on your phone, something like that. Start recording it and like trying to be very professional and everything. 10 seconds in, my friends work out exactly what I'm doing, so they start WhatsApping me just abuse and things, and it's obviously coming up on the screen. I'm like, you guys, you're making this so much harder than it needs to be. I'm good. This is going to be a month's worth of editing to make this like a coherent video now. Thank you very much. And it's costing me money every time, right? Because they wait until they see a transaction going through, then instantly shout something out. I'm like, now I have to buy more. Yeah, this 1 cent is probably just due to me constantly having to buy Thorium today to make my tutorial videos.
That sounds like real abuse, man.
It is abuse. I'm sure you've got friends like that. Hey, we're back over a penny. Who was it?
Oh shit. Sorry.
Is that you, was it?
No, it wasn't actually. It could have been.
You should have taken the glory for it. You should have been like, yeah, that was me, 100%.
I didn't want to lie. I was like, fuck, let me lie, but shit, I didn't.
You don't want the crypto jujus. You don't want the bad vibes. No, I think it looks like it's just natural little amounts. 300, 200.
Yeah,
this might be Thor account. You reckon? I can never remember the address for the Thor account. No,
What's
they're
the
organic.
amount?
That's cool. 309, 209, $102. It's nice.
It sounds like
nice.
organical bots.
Organical bots. Orgasmical bots.
Bots of organical players. They're like programmed and they just buy.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to set some up on Binance when I first started, and it was really cool actually. It had like you could run it by itself without actually purchasing, and it would do like a trial one for you. So I was like, oh, I downloaded a bot and set the trial up, and I let it run for a week. And at the end of the week, it had lost me like 40% or something. I was like, like I could do that. I could lose 40% easy, like no problem at all. So, thanks, bot. Yeah. And they're like, oh, you need to change this parameter and that parameter. So I ran it for another week, and it did a little better, but it was still down by like 10%. And I was like, anyone that has access to these bots must then be able to program like anti-bot bots, knowing how you're going to purchase based on the bots that are out there. There must be a way to, it's like what the guy was saying about like the pre-pump groups. Like if you know the pump is coming, you can purchase it. So if they know that the bots are going to work this way, there must be bots that can preempt those ones. I haven't found one that's worked at least. Yeah.
What bot or program did you try with Binance?
I do not remember, mate. It was I think I tried the one that Binance actually advertised themselves. They were like, oh, this is our big bot. This is the one that like guaranteed this and this, but it wasn't. Man, it was years ago now. It was a long time ago.
Okay. Don't worry. I'll let it be.
No, for sure. Nice. Yeah, I'd like to see a graph like that. Excellent. Well, I'm glad I got my tutorials done this morning. It would have cost me 10% more if I'd have done them this afternoon.
I would watch them, if I needed to know how to buy.
Well, you're going to watch them anyway, so that we can pump the numbers up, and then that will get other people to watch them. Is the correct answer to that?
Or I will send them, forward that video to everyone I know. You need to know this, man.
Well, I don't know about that. Again, like the worst part about editing those videos is listening to my own voice. There's nothing worse on this planet than listening to your voice. Oh. So I'm like, I've got in my own head, I've got this pleasing baritone voice, and then I watch on YouTube, and it's this Mickey Mouse squeaky fucking. It's horrible. It's horrible.
But I mean, your English is great. It's like setting an example for the chat.
Well, I appreciate that. That's my one redeeming feature. Is my English is pretty good. As an English person, I'll take it as a positive.
Yeah.
It's actually been funny, the number of other projects that have reached out and been like, "Oh, we really appreciate it. We like your chats and the text and everything. Would you come and work for us?" And I was like, "No. Do you know how much time I spend on Thorium? Like literally, I'm logged in at work, like moderating the chat. Do not have time for any other projects." David is, thanks for the chat. Heading out now. No worries, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. If you're free later, come on. We'll still be here. We're going to be on for a few hours today. Oh, look who's in chat. The big man himself, Zeus. Forgot to log into his alt account. The big man's there himself. Nice to meet you, boss. Good to see you in chat.
Let's fucking go, Zeus.
Now we have to be on our best behavior. We have to be on our best behavior now. No swearing. No. I'm only kidding.
He's gone. Does he have
He'll be back. He'll log on it.
Account?
Of course, he has an alternate account. These guys. They're smart. They're smart.
Oh, yeah.
That was the worst thing about making those tutorial videos today. I had to set up new accounts to do them from, because I don't want people seeing what I'm investing in and stuff like that. So now I've got Thorium spread across like 6 different accounts, and I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll put them all together and I'll compound them into one account. To do that, you get taxed. I was like, I'm not paying twice. I've already paid once. I'm not paying again. So when you talk about Lambo tickets, I've got like, what have I got? I've got like 98 in one, and then I've got 1 in 1, 1 in 1, 1 in 1. It's ridiculous. I'm going to be here a month.
in before you win. And not 99.
Yeah, but now I've got to go and register all those different accounts. It's going to take a month. But I did guarantee that the. What's that?
I said now you're working, like, for real.
Yeah, right. But I did guarantee that the person that won the Lambo is going to be an account with one ticket. So I'm making sure that I've got 4 or 5 accounts with one ticket in it. That's how I'm edging my bets.
Okay,
I get you. Small numbers.
Let's go.
Yeah, the only dangerous thing with having accounts with one ticket in is if you drop below that $100, you get no tickets. So you've got to. It's much safer to have it all in one account for sure. I'm just saying because of those making those tutorial videos, have put me in a weird position. Oh, another $3,000. Is this natural? Anyone watching? No. Oh, look at that. You see, he jumps on. He likes the video. He likes the chat. Look at that. $3,000 of from the Thor account. Excellent. Very nice.
Was that Zeus?
Yeah, obviously, like what we were chatting about. Yeah, that's Zeus.
Shit,
Thor just released his Thunder, 10 B&B. Very nice.
Latest one, 10 how much was it?
10 B&B.
Is that what? Is that $388? $3,091.
$3,088, yeah.
$3,088.
That's the second drop today, I think, right?
I've no idea. I mean,
yeah, that's the second one today.
I never see when they drop. So unless they're posted on the Telegram and I see it. Sometimes I log on to Telegram and there's like 5,000 messages, and I'm just like, oh, skip to the end. I don't read through it.
Yeah. What is the price now? That's all I care about right now.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the price now? Yeah. No, I mean, I check. I don't actually watch it from that side. I do keep a track of the Thor account. That's the important one for me. Like if some whale sold off and there's suddenly a surplus, then yeah, why not burn it off? I mean, it's part of the algorithm, right? But as long as we're not just pumping it just for the sake of pumping it, then I've got no problem with it. But I mean, we're still
deployer from.
Yes.
So that's the Thingy account, is it?
That's the Thor account, yeah. So it's still up above 1.1. No worries, don't worry. Plenty BNB. Still 3,560 odd BNB there. So that's excellent. But nice. Hopefully that'll stimulate a few new people coming in and getting excited. Christ, I'm glad I got in at 0.09 now.
I don't even know.
It's so funny when
I got in a pre-sale free, I think it was. I was
right.
I don't know because I'd lost a lot of money previously to Thorium. I was with Go Cerberus for a bit, and I was very cautious where to put money in. This whole new high burn, the whole sort of philosophy behind it. I was just like, that's quite new because I was like, well, I don't want to put all the money in just yet. And then it was with Thorium, and I thought, well, it's deflationary, so that's different. And if you're going to have auto compounding vaults eventually, and I sort of waited, and I was just like, do I want to do it? And I just thought, you know what, sod it. I just put it all in.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm in every step of the way. I was in pre-sale. I was in pre-sale 2. I can't remember pre-sale 3, but if you say there was, then I was there too. And then when it dropped down to 0.03, I dollar cost averaged all the way down to I think 0.4 or 0.5. But I've literally got in at every resistance level after that. 0.6 when it was up above a penny, I was in then, and I'll continue to. I just don't have the funds. But really, like, any of us that are talking about it now at a penny or a penny and a half, it doesn't matter. It's going to $1.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
What does it matter if we get in at 2 cents or 3 cents or 5 cents? It's just how much can you get hold of?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I came in 5.3 BNB. I think it was at the time.
Right. Nice.
And I think it gave me 130,000 Thorium or something around that mark.
Right.
And then I've probably tripled my amount of thorium, and obviously the price hasn't gone shot up, but at the same time, I'm because of the interest in the different pools I've been involved in, and the actual the reflections and everything. I'm still actually under my initial investment, but that's some days it's over, some days it's under. Depends on what the price is. When it's at a penny, I'll probably be over. I've not worked it out, but because I've diversified a bit again into different things like the safe earn and everything, and the money what I've been putting in has only been very minimum because of sort of not working or anything. It's it's just one of them times where I think, shit, if I could have gone this way, or if I could have gone this way, if I was still working, all ifs and what ifs, but never mind. Like I say,
there's no point talking about it. Like what's happened in the past, like even losses, all you can do is look at those as lessons, and it's just the cost of the lesson. That's it, right?
I mean, even if Thorium goes, say Thorium goes to 10 cents, I'll be double what I was when I started investing, if you know what I mean. Pretty much. I will probably do if it goes to like sort of 20 cents for these again what ifs. But if it 100x's, I'll be I'll have enough to buy the house I live in, sort of thing. So and money spare. So
I mean, it's really just. I mean, you look at the strength of that Thor account. I mean, there's no plans to burn it off. It's just there as a stabilizing mechanism. So if we get a huge amount, and it keeps increasing, right? Every time somebody sells, it puts a little bit more in there. Whoever's holding the last thorium, they're a millionaire. There's no the math's it's just there. Like it's just how long can you hold, and how long does it take to get down to there? It's going to be really interesting to see what the next step of the project is to find out what
this is what happens now,
how much the burn is going to be.
Yeah, I mean that's once it's all mined, then it can only the supply can only get less and less with the amount of transactions raised. But it's like, well, my concern is once all the pools and everything stop working, how does Thorium maintain its value? And this is obviously this is the next step,
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be. I mean, you were, as you said, you were here from Go Cerberus, so you can see the use cases of this. You can see that there's going to be the ability to stake Thorium to get native token. And the only way that you're going to be able to get hold of Thorium so that you can stake it is to purchase it off someone that's currently holding it, which pushes the price up, right? On top of that, you're going to have a continued buyback and burn built into all the coins that are going to be on the platform. So if we said that the next coin is called Zeus, let's say, every time Zeus gets sold, let's say we have the same tax, 14% tax. Let's say 1% of that tax goes towards buying Thorium and immediately burning it. So there will continue to be, so even if all of the holders are diamond hands and do nothing at all, there is still going to be buyback and burn going on, and it will continue to increase the price. And as soon as it hits certain price points, that will be enough, and people will sell. And then that again triggers the tax, triggers the Thor account, triggers. It's such a clever mechanism, but it is purely built around the long-term holder. It is always factored to absolutely wreck anyone that tries to make money short-term. There's just no way.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I set up a small. Go on.
No, I'm just saying that's the reason I got into it. I mean, I thought, right, I've tried the trading, I've tried the short-term things, and it's fun if it goes the right way. And like I say, I'm not a professional or anything. I've tried it, I've lost money, I've made money, but at the same time, the anxiety's there. If you're dabbling with a few £100, then it's not so bad. But when a few £100 turns to a few £1,000, it changes the game. You tend to be a lot more. You try to be calculated, but like I say, you're a lot more anxious about where your money's going. And I know everyone said you shouldn't be prepared to lose more.
Just 1 second, mate.
Yeah, sorry.
Why not? Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about the short-term sellers. So early on, I did actually set up a small account just with a couple of $100 in it, just to see how efficient the anti-whale and the anti-selling technology was here. And I tried to buy every dip and tried to sell every peak, and it just doesn't work. There's just the tax is too high. You cannot and you never know when the bottom of the peak is, and you never know when the top of the spike is. So if you I did it for a couple of peaks and a couple of troughs, and at the end of it, I was like, I would have been far better just hold. It wasn't my main account, like a little side account, but I would have been far better just holding. No. Well, it doesn't work. I can show you that. I can show you the account. Like, I won't give it to everyone, but I can show you the account. It just doesn't work. The tax is too high, and at the end, you'd have been better holding through the whole thing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the only way you would have made money is probably the initial pump, right, when it was launched, and then maybe, But again, it doesn't matter if you bet, if you're trading like $100 or $1,000 or $10,000, that percentage is still the same. So you still need it to pump.
The percentage is the same, exactly,
before you can make money. And it just, like I say, I mean, I tried it with one. I can't remember what product.
I mean, even if you take from
7% slippage, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, no. I mean, even if you take it from a best case to a worst case right now, let's say you bought at 3. So that means that you're paying, what's that, 3.3, 3.5, let's say, and you sold at 1 cent, which is just hitting today. So you're getting, by the time you've paid it for, you're going to get 8.5. So you've made 5. You've made 0.5. It's not even 100%. It's not even 1x on your initial. What's the point? No. Like it's not even 2x. What's the point? And you've lost out on your Lambo tickets. You've lost out on your reflections. It just doesn't make sense. At least at the very minimum for me. Let's see what it looks like when the mining comes along. That's when the mining finishes. That's step 1. I'm not even touching anything until then.
No,
and that's what I'm advising everyone to do. I'm like
trying to put into it and see where it goes. Like I say, I think the amount of money, I would love to know how much I've spent in taxes over the month. I really would, because at the beginning I was jumping from pool to pool to pool, and especially when they went from 4% to 10% dynamics, I was just like, Christ,
yeah.
I
mean, we're bringing out new pools all the time, and each one of them is the maths for them is getting better. The user base has said they really like the high APR to start with, and then they want to see, a reasonable APR long term so they can cover the tax initially. And we're trying to build pools that reflect that ethos. But they're getting better and better all the time. But each person needs to do their own maths and see which they like. Is this a question? No, it's just somebody trying to shill. Is this a question? No, nothing. Let's do some shout outs, see who's here. Hey, Ugly Game Face. That's a great name. Hey, Berlin. Hey, Nash. Oh, it seems like it's...
I have a quick question.
Sure, how can I help?
So I am new to Thorium. I have invested since Safe Earn started the full-on collaboration with you guys. So I've been investing into Thorium specifically ever since that day. And I have about 12,000 staked for Safe Earn. And then I have the 90-day one staked. I have like 5,000. Well, how does that really truly work as far as essentially staking goes? Like, when the money goes up, so will I earn more staked coins or?
So if you're talking about your the amount that you've got in your vault, that is there's APR that's attached to that. So you should actually see that the staked amount that you're holding will be increasing. And it's auto compounded, so you don't have to take it out and then put it back in again. It's just automatically doing it for you all the time. So that one is a little bit different. It's we used to have like native pools where people could put it in and then they had to harvest it and then redeposit it, and they were paying fees and taxes and everything, and everyone was like, we just want a place where we can drop it and leave it long term. So we set up these Thunderbolts. So this is and it's great that you're in the 90-day one. That one's by far the best one. But you should see that your staked amount there should be increasing all the time. The Thunder Boost is a little bit different. So what's happening there is it's the equivalent of just holding your Thorium in your wallet, where you get
I'm only holding 30 Thorium. So that's why I was like, damn, is it an issue that I have everything staked, or will it all be worth it later on? So
yeah, I mean, each person's got to do their own maths. Obviously, while the coin is very dynamic and the tax is so high, the percentage that you get as reflections are going to be very high. So the people that are just holding in their wallet or just holding in Thunder Boost are actually doing very well. But if that dies down and people go more into mining, then you'll find that the APR gives a better income. But I think most of the guys that you listen to here will say the same thing, which is diversify. Don't put yourself all in one or the other, and then you'll be in the best position to cover yourself.
Yeah, but I always get fucked, because then I missed the major pump, and then it's like, damn, if I would have put it in maybe another 100 at that time, it would have been fucking 10,000 or something. I'm always missing out on things right before it blows up. It's always my fucking luck.
So what's nice here is that because of our the programming that we've got and the new MasterChef, we can actually keep putting out new pools that are effectively the same. It's why if you go to Midgard, you'll see we've got Thorium 1, Thorium 2, Thorium 3, Thorium 4, all the way up to Thorium 7. So you don't have to jump into something that may have already peaked. You can just hold, just wait, watch the Telegram group, wait for the announcement, and when they say there's a new pool dropping, don't jump out of anything, because then you get hit with tax. But you can just, whatever you've got that's new that you've accumulated or you've pulled out some other token, you can just drop it straight in, and you know you're going to get maximum APR because it's a new pool. And all of the new pools, I think, are dynamic, which means long term the APR will tail off, but it'll still be good long term. So there's no reason for you to miss any spikes now. You should always be in a good position from now on.
So what's better as far as multiplication wise when you get into the Midgard? So now it says dynamic 18,000 or 180,000, which everybody would like.
Yeah.
But I saw somebody in the comments was having an issue understanding the difference between the dynamic and then just the flat out regular 1,000 one that I see here. And that says I lock it up for 3 days, 13 days. Yeah. What's the difference in why? Yeah, no, I see APY and APR. I'm having an issue understanding.
Okay, so when the pools get created, there is an amount of tokens that are allocated to that pool, and those used to be fixed amounts. So there's only a certain amount to be mined from a pool, and the developers then have this bonus, which is this amount in yellow that you can see times 1,000 or something like that, and that is some incentive that they're giving to get people into that pool. But it's a manually adjusted amount, and it's to give incentives to new pools. It's to give incentives to old pools that people are starting to come out of, things like that. Dynamic is slightly different. What that's doing is that takes that amount, and then it can also on top of that adjust it to level out APR long term. So if you look at some of the very old pools, that they're effectively dead. They're getting 0.01%, and it's because they're not dynamic. It's very tough for them to as long as people got in early enough, they'll have still covered their taxes and everything, but it's very tough for them to make substantial incomes now. And it's just old code, so the new ones are significantly better. But the long and the short of it, cutting through all of the jargon, you want to jump in day one, hour one of a pool. The APRs are crazy. You cover the tax in a couple of days. The maximum 2 weeks, I think, is what I've seen, and then you profit all the way until the mining finishes. That's my advice for the Midgard Vaults are always
Yeah, I
doing
did
well.
one normal
Boost
one
is
for
a little
15 days. I did like 600 for 15 days. And then, yeah, my safe earn is the one that I went crazy on the most kind of, well, 12K I put. And the first day, the returns were crazy because everybody was buying. So I'm just waiting for that next big pump. But whatever, it's better than what I had before, more than what I had before. It's just, I didn't fully know about Thorium like that. I just saw that with Thorium, I could earn more safe earn and then more safe moon. So it was just all around more. And I like it. So
that Thunder Boost is great because it's the equivalent of just holding it in your wallet. So you still get your reflections the same as if you're holding it in your wallet. And as I said, right now the reflections are great. So holding it in there, you effectively get your reflections, and you're also getting freebies of Safe Earn and Safe Moon. And I just loaded up the chart for Safe Earn. They're doing really nicely over there since they've been working with us. They seem to have gone from averaging about 3.7, and they're now at 4.1, and they've had highs of like 4.2. So, and as you said, it's like, and if you're not looking to sell anytime soon, you just leave it there and you just collect Safe Moon, and you can see the work that they're doing over there. So, yeah, it's like,
so now when the pool ends. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just about to answer the question you're about to ask, I think, which is the only problem is that it's only for 14 days. So at the end of the 14 days, you'll have to remove your thorium from there.
It won't automatically go back when it's done. It'll just sit there.
No, you'll have to extract it from there. There'll be a button. I'm not actually logged in on my correct account. Let me just log in and I'll tell you what the button looks like.
Okay, but just so long as it's like, damn, like, because sometimes I have moments where I'll be like, all right, I've been watching this token too much. I don't like, how it's making me feel. Let me just not look at it for a few days, and then I will come back, and then some shitstorm happen, and then I just get fucked. So,
hey man, it's how long you been in DeFi for? We've all been on that roller coaster.
Man, listen, just too many times. It's just enough. Like, I've only been doing crypto now for like the last 2 years, but shit, man.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll be able to remove it after the 14 days without any penalties or anything like that. So there'll be a small charge from BSC to remove that contract, but if you went heavy into it, you should have easily covered those costs. And you don't have to remove it like within 1 minute. So if the fees are a little high that day, you can wait a day. You'll just it'll just stop you investing it somewhere else.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to stick with Thorium long term. I have full beliefs for this one, but I want to know how much is. I mean, I guess it's never too much of anything, but again, I don't want to have my eggs in all one basket. But then again, I could have all my eggs in this basket. Like, period. I can just have different eggs just in this Thorium basket because I can potentially earn anything else I want. So it's not really too like,
I mean, this is multiple that's what baskets, we're working towards. Yeah, that's what we're working towards. I mean, we wanted to get a what's it called, a resistance level, which the users were happy with, and prove that we're here long term. So we've been here for a month now. Now we're starting to get out to other projects, and they're reaching out to us. Me personally, I've got 5 or 6 in the works that will come across to this Thunder Boost for you guys. So you're going to be able to stake Thorium and get other native tokens. So it's going to be really, really exciting. But as I was saying to the other guys, I don't know if you were logged on then. Thorium is the base point. It's the proof of concept. It's the store of value. From here, we're going to have other tokens ourselves. So when you talk about diversifying, you're going to have the ability to, but you might as well fill up on Thorium first because if it's going to be the store of value. Yeah,
I need that one. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so
but I mean, I'm diversified as well. But as what's his name was saying earlier, every day I log on and I'm just seeing red everywhere apart from James. Yeah, I'm seeing red everywhere apart from Thorium, and I'm like, just sell, George. Why are you bothering? Just move across.
Yeah, I ended up selling my Safe Moon for more Thorium because I was like, fuck it. I get more Thorium, I get more Safe Earned, I can get more Safe Moon eventually. So I'm like, you know what? I just pulled out almost everything and I put it all into Thorium and Safe Earned.
I mean, it's exactly the same concept. I mean, they're deflationary like us.
But I get more rewards with you guys. I get more back.
But exactly, but SafeMoon doesn't have a use case. There's nothing you can do with it. You can't stake it anywhere. You can't, like, even now they're trying to set up their credit cards and all this kind of thing. But because their tax is like hardwired in, there's no way for them to turn it off. It's impossible for them to do anything with their project. Whereas for us, because we're using that MasterChef 2, we can just turn the tax off. We can move it up, we can move it down. If the users want us to crank it and really, supercharge the Thor account, we can make the tax 20% for a month. It's no big deal for us. Or if later on we want to turn it off, we can turn it off if we want to go across to credit cards or something like that. So it's super interesting to see where we're going to be going from here.
Literally, SafeMoon 2.0 is just you guys are the ones that got it right.
Yeah, 100%. We weren't joking when they came up with that slogan. That's definitely what they're aiming for.
Yeah, no, I definitely like it. Everything I like everything about this. The website, everything is so clean. The UI, everything, like, is just so much more better. Even when SafeMoon had first came out, it was never like this at all. You guys just appeared out of thin air, basically, essentially, and you guys got a whole full blown professional website, professional fucking system already out.
Oh, we really appreciate it. I see you've changed your name to Ugly Face Safer / SafeMoon. That's Thorium. That's appreciate that. Yeah, just and that's the thing for us now is it's really building the community. There at the start there was a lot of hype around this and there was a lot of FUD, and we've managed to wade through all that and show people that it's legitimate and that we're here for the long term. So really, it's about getting the word out now. It's why this voice chat, I think, is so important. People like to be able to drop on here and see that there's real people interacting. And so get out there and chill. If you've got friends, if you've got family that are in DeFi or not, we're doing a set of tutorial videos now for people that their first time in DeFi, because we want to get them.
They weren't into it until they saw me make $22,000 off of the $700 from the last stimulus check.
Wow. Yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
Now they're all believers and shit, but that only took me a month and a half to earn that money. And if I didn't buy my car, dude, oh my God, if I didn't buy my fucking car, if I would have waited 2 or 3 more days, I would have had at least $250 million because I had so many cummies. It was ridiculous. And I sold off and everything shut the fuck up. I don't know why I decided to buy the car 2 days before the new month when I knew better. I should have known better. Like the first of the month was always when shit was booming at that time, and I fucking sold because I didn't want the guy to sell the car, and I fucked myself because then I ended up dumping the rest of the money I had in my wallet into my shit box.
I mean, it's what James and I were saying earlier. Like you can't look back and regret it. It's just lessons, right? You won't make that mistake again. It cost you money, but it may be an expensive lesson, but you learned a lesson, right?
Yeah, that was the most money I ever made that quick.
I did the same thing literally, 2020 March when that COVID was first announced. I bought a new car and I thought, shit, if I'd have put all that money on Bitcoin, I'd have I don't even know, a fair few 100,000 sort of thing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, oh well, never mind.
Yeah, no, I now work at my regular shitty ass job.
Yeah, it happens. It does happen.
I think it was karma, though. It was my fault. I kept posting my earnings on Instagram. But it was to help motivate people. In my mind, but I was showing off. Oh, yeah. So I know what my true intentions were at the same time. But yeah, I feel like it's just God telling me, like, humble yourself. Like, calm down. So that being said, I'm cool. Because now people ask me, oh, what happened? You don't post anymore. Shut up. Yeah, I'm doing other things now. I'm too busy to post. Shit. Yeah, but I don't know. I love how this crypto shit like really made me into a saver of money, because before I used to just be quick to spend it on bullshit and everything like that. So, or stocks, I kept constantly taking it out on stocks. I'm good. I want to rebuild my portfolio back up to what it used to be. But I want to pass that shit.
Yeah, the only lesson that you got to learn is the holding lesson. I guess that's the. It's so tough, like, to work out when the best time to sell is. It's real tough.
And I got in with this token at 009. I mean, you were talking about 003, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I wish I would have got in then, because I hadn't heard about this token. But again, the same way I looked at it in the beginning, I was like, SafeMoon 2.0. Man, you need to calm down. I said SafeMoon didn't even come out with their wallet yet, but they've been talking about a wallet for months.
Yeah, and when you say 003, you're actually still below pre-sale price. When we were doing pre-sale, it was a penny, 0.001, and then we had pre-sale 2, which was 0.0013. So we're actually still below pre-sale price. Unfortunately, we had the previous token that the developers were working on got hacked, and all the liquidity got drained from the pool. And it happened just as we were in the middle of pre-sale. So the minute that this one, so there was a bunch of people that came across from that. Even James, he was in that. He'll tell you. There was a bunch of people that lost a lot of money in that. So they were so worried about Thorium, but it was pre-sale. There was nothing they could do until the pre-sale ended. The minute that pre-sale ended, there were so many people that just sold because they were scared. You know, they've gone in heavy on a second project, and it's what I was saying about. You know, fighting that FUD for the last 30 days to prove that, and even the developers, they're coming out of their own pockets to create a compensation package to try and help out those that lost funds during that hack, and they have no obligation to do so. They don't have to do anything. They could have just, you know, shut down their Twitter accounts and logged off and said thank you very much. But you know, they're really holding their hands up, and it's why the safety is so tight on this one, and it's why it's such an important part of the ethos now. You know, a lot of the cost for the project is going into the safety, and we wanted to make sure we had 3 audits before we even launched, so to make sure that we're doing as much as we can for the safety of the users base here.
You know, definitely. I'm still trying to learn about everything. I don't know too much about, like, you know, like the difference between like adding money into your liquidity instead of just buying the actual token. You can also add to the liquidity, and I guess apparently you can make more off of that. I don't know. I saw a brief YouTube video about it. I didn't finish watching it.
It's all to do risk and reward, basically. You know, with the liquidity pools, you've got your loss on one side if the token price dives with your impermanent loss. So say if you've got, I don't know, you go into the BUSD pool and the Thorium pool, you know. Now BUSD is a stable coin. So what will happen is if the Thorium price drops, if you sell your pool at the time when whatever you're invested in, you will basically lose on both coins because it will average out. You know, the pool has to be balanced basically. So say if your Thorium drops, say 20%. You know, and you pull your money out, then it will take 20%, 10% out of each pool. You know, your BUSD and your Thorium. So you think, well, Thorium hasn't dropped, but at the same time, if the price pumps, you will also lose 50% of its value because BUSD hasn't pumped. You know, Thorium has. So you might be better off going, we would have been best putting it in just a Thorium pool because then you'll get the full 100% of the pump. So impermanent loss, it took me ages to realize, you know, sort of go, hold on, if the coin pumps, why am I only getting 50% of its value? Because impermanent loss, you want the price to stay as stable as possible. So it's complicated but simple.
You got to know what you're doing to be doing all that shit, and I don't. Yeah. What you just said to me is a total clusterfuck, and my head hurts.
Yeah,
so I'll just keep it simple and just state some Thorium.
Honestly, mate, like we'll be releasing some videos to try and break it down. Right now, for 99% of the user base, stick it in Thunderbolt 3, or hold it in your wallet, or wait for the next Thunderboost. Those are the best. There's no tax on any of those. There's no fees on any of those. You can only profit. There may be ways to game the system and make a little bit more here and there, but for your own mental health and for, you know, guaranteeing your income, Vault 3, lock yourself up, whatever the new Thunderboost is, and just hold in your wallets and get reflections. That's my advice.
Will there be any sort of, will there be actually, what's the word, closing any of the older pools, you know, which have got really low APR now? Some of like the original pools, like, you know, across all the coins.
Yeah, there's no point for us to close any of them because the people legitimately went into them and paid the fees to get in, and more importantly is that people need to be able to get out of them. So people need to have the ability to remove as well. So we're not planning on closing any. And until the mining's finished, even 0.01, it's still reflections, right? It's still value. I do feel bad for when somebody stumbles into one of them and then they jump out of it because they didn't realize, or they clicked the wrong button or something, and they got hit for tax going in and out. And I'm like, I mean, talk to my parents that got the wrong, mortgage loan, or refinance their house and got screwed over there. I mean, it's nothing compared to what the banks are playing at. So we're still legitimately trying to provide the best products for the users at the end of the day.
Yeah, it does suck. If you press like the button when you're not supposed to, or you're not concentrating, it's just like, oh shit, there's 10% of my holdings gone. Sort of thing.
Well, I was saying this morning, I was buying some thorium for a tutorial video, and accidentally put the point in the wrong place and bought 20 cents worth of thorium or something, and the exchange fees were $3. I was like, well, I will never ever get that amount back on that one. But it wasn't a big amount.
You want to know what the worst thing is that I've ever done? Have you ever tried to sell a little bit of a token, and somewhere in there you hit max and you sell everything?
Oh no, painful.
Bro, that shit happened to me with Baby Doge, and it happened to me with X2P.
Right. You need Thunderbolt. You need somewhere where you can lock your money away and you can't access it. You're your own worst enemy, it sounds like.
Seriously, man. Or this stupid ass small Pixel 4 phone. I need to upgrade to the fucking 6. Jesus.
Why are you still using your phone for crypto? Come on, you've made enough. Get yourself a PC and play the game properly.
I have a gaming PC. It's just I'm hardly home.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm actually talking complete trash because I don't know. I learned the game on Trust Wallet on my Samsung. So whenever something's not quite right, I still end up going back to my phone to
that's another thing too. My main wallet is Trust.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Trust Wallet. It's I didn't realize you could have it on a PC.
MetaMask.
No, MetaMask you can. Trust you cannot. The only way you can have Trust Wallet on your PC is if you use BlueStacks or Android emulator, which I do have.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
That's too much work. And everything is so much simpler with MetaMask.
Yeah. I don't know. MetaMask takes a little bit of time, but if you once you get to a certain level, it is the better program. It is more. It's more efficient, and you can customize it a lot more. But there is definitely a step up in the learning curve.
Well, that's for MetaMask, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trust Wallet is winning in a couple areas, but MetaMask, as far as simplicity goes, and just fast, it's very quick too. It doesn't lag, nothing. All these extensions, the extension that they have is perfect. And I think I get transactions a bit faster on MetaMask than I do Trust. I could be wrong.
I'll tell you the only place that I really like Trust is, I don't know what it is about the Thorium website, but it actually loads quicker in the dApps on at least on my Samsung, through the dApps, through Trust Wallet, it loads faster than on my PC. So whenever there's a new pool dropping, I know that I sit there and refresh it on my phone, and it seems to come up there like a good minute to 2 minutes before everyone's in Telegram shouting out, "Oh, there's a problem with the website," and I've already logged on, already bought, already deposited my funds.
90% on staking fee. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Sarthak. Hey, David. Hey, Nash. If you guys got any questions, feel free to shout out. We're just shooting the breeze. Or if your microphone's not working or you're too shy, just shoot me a DM and we will answer your questions. What was that, mate? What was the unstaking fee? Yeah, don't touch that. Don't touch that one that's 90 days. It's built there for people like you that got itchy trigger fingers. We're looking after the money for you. You can't be trusted with it.
I've already earned $1.40, and it's been staking for like 4 days.
Hey.
So it's pretty good.
Oh, guys, we just had another whale drop. It looks like another $1 million, another million units. by the looks of it. What's that done for the price? Yeah, we're solidly above that penny now. 0.1015. That's looking great.
Damn, okay.
Damn.
We like it.
I say it must have been payday, is it?
Something like that. 30th, right? End of the month. Right. Yeah, I think you're right. Get in before the price goes crazy.
But
I guess
again,
whoever gets paid earliest gets.
What could give me $1 million Thorium? What is it, 10 grand?
Yeah, 10
nice
grand. Yeah.
About each month.
Well, I mean, in the UK, it's getting it in and out as well. That's tough, right? It's not. Every time I try and deposit anything in the UK, the banks are like, "Oh, what's this?" I'm like, "Nothing to do with you."
Oh yeah, if I wanted to, I mean, I haven't got my funds on high anymore, but say if I had, I don't know, wanted to withdraw 50 grand from like a DeFi site, I'd have to go through Binance or whoever. I mean, I know Binance aren't doing it at the moment, but I think Coinbase is still, they're still depositing into their exchange, and I can transfer it to my wallet. Well, I'll transfer it to Binance, swap it to BNB, and transfer it back to my wallet. But if I want to transfer 50k out of to a bank, first of all, the bank would be like, "Where's this come from?" You'd have to pay capital gains tax on it and all sorts. And probably Coinbase.
What would the capital gains be like on something like that? Say 40%, wouldn't it?
It's something like, I think it's either 17.5% or 20%. So
now, if I ever make $1 million, I'm flying across to Dubai, opening a bank account there, and taking it out with no tax there.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's just ridiculous.
If I ever become a millionaire or whatever, if but if I have a substantial amount in DeFi and that does ever happen, I will be googling my first tax haven free sort of country and registering there.
I mean, it's so weird when you look at places like the UK that are just so backwards and so anti it, and then you've got places like Dubai where they're like, "Yep, come and set up a bank account. You can take your money out. We'll charge you a penny. You won't get taxed on it. Move it out into whatever you like." It's they just want the flow. They want the byproduct of it. If you're already there, then maybe you'll buy a house there or something, or maybe you'll buy. Who knows?
I mean, the only people who get away with paying tax in the UK is the big people like Amazon and whoever, Google and all them.
I mean, you joke about if you make $1 million or something, but I've got 10 grand here. If this 100x's, that's £1 million. Like, I'm not seeing 100x here as an if. For me, it's just when. So, like, I think this is the ticket. I think this is the one. Honestly.
Sorry, 2 seconds. I'll be back in a second.
No worries, bud.
So how many is actual circulation? Because it's just as far as like, obviously the money that I'm putting in, other tokens, I'll be receiving a lot more in return for $100, just essentially just because of the total supply. What is the total supply? Is it like smaller than most, or has been burned already? Like,
so if you go to the homepage, it's something that the users have been shouting out for. So the developers have actually taken a little bit of time to make it very clear. If you go to the homepage and then scroll down to the bottom, all of that information is actually there and it's live, so you can see the unmined and actually the rate at which the mining is going. So it's super cool.
Okay, see your total supply. Okay, that's why. 100,000 million billion. Okay.
100,000 million billion. Yeah, that's the one. But the one figure that isn't out. Yeah. The one thing that's not there that should be in those Thorium stats, which is the far more interesting one, is that Thor's Thunder account. The fact that there's 1.1 million sitting there just for buyback and burn is absurd. It's so crazy that we've got that as a store of value for stability. It's nuts.
Oh man. Okay. So a couple more months though.
Yeah. We're reckoning it, if we continue at the same rate, we reckon 60 days. I think the last period, they will slow the blocks down to about 100 a day. So I think that will extend it by possibly another month. So I reckon that's why they've set the vaults at 90 days, because I think it'll be around then. If I was a gambling man.
Okay. I'm just looking at all this stuff that's been going on with Safe Earning, you guys.
Yeah. Well, if there are no other questions, I will close up voice chat for now. It's something that we're looking to bring out more permanently. So if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure you shout out in the chat and let the moderator team know that it's something that you want and that you want to continue and you want it more permanently. For anyone that's listening on YouTube after the fact, make sure that you get out and chill. Get this out to anyone that you think is gonna help. Check out our Twitter, check out our YouTubes. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Come across the Thorium Telegram group. There's, as you can hear, there's great users over here, and the moderator team is very friendly. We're always willing to help you guys with any questions that you've got. Before I close it up, has anyone got any final questions, anything they want to say?
My annoying ass has one more. So as far as the compounding for all, I tried to get in on it, and I guess I didn't in time. I don't know, because when the timer went down, the button wasn't responsive. So I had to like literally refresh the page.